Hi, welcome to First Chapter Friday. I'm Wendy from the Lake Villa District Library. Today's young adult selection will be Solo by Kwame Alexander. We are reading Solo with permission from HarperCollins, so thank you HarperCollins. Solo is available as a book here in our library. It is also available on Hoopla as an ebook or an e-audio book. Solo is a novel in verse, so if you are a fan of Ellen Hopkins or Jason Reynolds or even other books from Kwame Alexander, I think you'll enjoy this one as well. Solo is a book about Blade. Blade just wants to be a regular high school guy with his girlfriend Chapel. But it's very difficult for Blade to be a regular high school guy because his father is a famous rock musician. It's made his life difficult up to this point, and it's going to give him a few surprises yet to come. And I think you'll be surprised at where the ending ends up on this book as well. As I said, Solo is a novel in verse, so it does not have chapters. So we will be reading the first 11 pages instead. So let's get started. There's this dream. There's this dream I've been having about my mother that scares the holy night out of me. And each time I wake from it, I'm afraid to open my eyes and face the world that awaits. The fractured world that used to make sense, but now seems disjointed. Islands of possibility that float by like 1,000 puzzle pieces that just don't fit together anymore. So I think of Chapel and grab hold of the only other thing that matters, my guitar. Strings. Mom used to play this game on the tour bus to help us go to sleep. Who's the best? We'd go through every instrument. Piano, drums, horns. Our favorite was guitar. My sister Storm always said Eddie Van Halen was her favorite, probably because he once made her pancakes at 4 a.m. in a Marriott kitchen. Ask Rutherford and he'd say, I'm the best in the world. I'm out of this world. Electric soul brother, interstellar man. Which is ironic because he was trying to quote Lenny Kravitz, who Mom would say was in her top 3, along with Jimi Hendrix and me, just to piss him off. Chapel. Chapel is the great song in my life, the sweet arpeggio in my solo. Her lines bring color and verve to my otherwise crazy life. Without her, I'd be a one-man band with a played-out sound and no audience. The magic we compose is endless, immortal. We could play together for centuries, if I'm lucky. And I love the music our bodies make when we're dancing. But there is one thing about my girlfriend I don't understand. She says she doesn't believe in sex before marriage, but she never wants to get married. When I ask her, where is this all going then? She likes to get real close, eyelash close, and say things like, let's live in the moment, babe. Or, we don't need labels. And then she kisses me like we own the world and nothing else matters. It's funny how going nowhere feels like it's going someplace fast. Texts from Chapel. 7:37 p.m. On your way, stop by Best Buy, please. Headphones broke. Red or purple, Kay? 7:47 p.m. They finally left. I hate hiding. Wish my dad wasn't so cray. He... 7:48 p.m. Thinks all the things the tabloids say about your family. 7:48 p.m. Are true. He doesn't know you're different, Blade. He says... 7:48 p.m. You're going to drag me into sex and drugs. 7:49 p.m. Hurry up and get here. They're at Bible study till 10. Leaving in 10 minutes. Sorry, working on a song. Beats or bows? And tell the Reverend I only did drugs once. The show. My father, Rutherford Morrison, can't stand to be away from the stage. He has always craved the spotlight, needs it like a drug, posing, posturing, profiling before millions. An electric prophet, or so he thinks, capturing concert worshipers in the vapors of his breath, as if his voice was preparing them for rapture. My sister and I have always lived under the stage. Beside it, behind it, the after party. There was always another party, more loud music, more loud groupies, booze, and still more groupies. I was 9. He grabbed me and held a sizzling cig in front of my face. Only it wasn't a cig. He blew smoke circles around me and laughed. "My boy!" The band uncles got in on the joke too, and I stuck my tongue in a shot glass full of whiskey, soaked it up like a dirty sponge. I loved making them laugh. The whiskey hurt my throat and stung my eyes, but the laughs were epic. Before I knew it, I was taking my finger and dragging it across powdered sugar that looked like ant snow trails on the table. Rutherford was too busy kissing his ego to notice. I tasted it once, twice, and a few more times, trying to find that sugar sweet. But it wasn't sweet. It was salty bitter, and it coated my mouth in numbness. I woke up in the ICU, frightened and embarrassed by my father, who sat by my bedside, crying in handcuffs. Hollywood Report. Rutherford Morrison has kept rock alive for 25 years. His band, The Great Whatever, is credited with introducing a new flavor of hard rock to America with the release of their triple platinum album, The History of Headaches. Even after an acrimonious band breakup, Morrison continued to have an illustrious solo career, selling 30 million albums worldwide. His music has lasted the test of time. Until now. 8 years ago, he was arrested for reckless endangerment of his child, and he hasn't released an album since. Most recently, he's managed 3 DUIs and a drug overdose that almost sent him to a rock star reunion with Kurt Cobain and Amy Winehouse. Rutherford may not have much time left before he falls flat on 12 o'clock. Midnight can be so cruel. Who doesn't feel sorry for his kids left answering the hard questions like, how does it feel to be the daughter, to be the son of a fallen rock star? Who am I? I am the wretched son of a poor rich man. I do not hate my life. I am not like Sebastian Carter, who found his father kissing his girlfriend and now hates his life. My life is, inconvenient. But if it weren't for chapel. That was the first 11 pages of Solo by Kwame Alexander. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll get a chance to finish the rest of the novel. We'll see you next week. Thanks.